Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalam ala Rasulullah. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. May peace be upon you. This is Edward Ahmed Mitchell, the National Deputy Director of the Council on American Islamic Relations. I hope all of you are doing well and staying safe. I just wanted to take a few minutes on behalf of the entire CAIR team to say a word of thanks. A word of thanks to someone that you may not hear about much here in America, but she's someone who's very important to the Muslim community around the world, and I believe to nations all around the world. And that is the outgoing New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern. Why are we thanking the Prime Minister of New Zealand? You all should remember the horrific Christchurch massacre that occurred several years ago. A white supremacist and anti Muslim extremist walked into two masajid in New Zealand and opened fire. He killed over 50 Muslim men, women, and children. May Allah grant them all the highest rank of paradise. We have never forgotten that horrific incident, that horrific moment in the history of global Islamophobia. But we also have not forgotten how Prime Minister Ardern responded to that crisis. She really did set an example that nations around the world can follow as they confront the threat of global Islamophobia. First, she comforted the victims, and not in the way that every politician does. She went to them where they were. She spent hours, days with them, wearing a hijab, learning about Islam, elevating the stories of the victims so that they could then educate the public about their experiences. She made sure to educate the broader New Zealand public about their Muslim neighbors. The janazah, the funeral services were broadcast on state-controlled television. The adhan was played on radio controlled by the state. She took concrete action to make sure that incidents like this could not occur in the future. Her government banned the sale of weapons of war that had been favored by mass shooters from New Zealand to Buffalo to El Paso. And she also made sure to call out the ideology that led to this horrific incident. She set an example that leaders around the world can really benefit from as they confront the threat of global Islamophobia. And so, as she completes her term as Prime Minister of New Zealand, as she decides unexpectedly to leave office, we just want to say thank you to her for her efforts, for the example that she set. We pray that other leaders around the world will follow and learn from her example, and we pray that God guides her in her future endeavors. Again, thank you so much, Prime Minister Ardern. We wish you well on behalf of the entire Muslim community.